Hello and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're watching from. And I want to welcome you back to another episode on Step Out, Step In podcast, live on YouTube and Facebook. This is episode number 129. Can you believe that? And I'm so glad you are here with us tonight. Uh, can you do me a favor, as I've always been requesting? If you can share the link with another person so that the other person can also share with another person. If we can do this real quick, we are all in this together. We are all in this together. Okay, as you do it, I'm also sharing mine. And thank you for tuning in to episode 129 live on YouTube and Facebook. If you can tell one person to tell another person that we're live on YouTube, and we're going to have a very interesting topic tonight. Um, last week I gave a challenge, and it looks like every week there's a challenge that comes along as we journey through this. And last week challenge was to write down three values about yourself. I had the opportunity to talk to an individual, and that individual shared the three values they wrote for themselves. And so I can start with mine. Let me share mine, what I wrote down. And I said, I have this unwavering faith in God. That is one value, that is a key value that I have. The ability to learn something new every day. It is a decision I've made that I want to learn something new every day. It doesn't matter how long, how small, or how big it is. Something small every day. It doesn't make life boring because there's something new you're exploring, something new you're being exposed to. And once you get exposed, you know what? You cannot be inexposed. and uh, and I think that the other value is, should I say, my calmness? I believe. I believe I have some sort of calmness in dealing with situations and things. So share yours. If you can share yours in the comment section, we'll be really glad to know your three values, those three values about yourself. And again, please share the link with one person, and let's share with another person as we get into this together. Stay tuned. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join me as we dive headfirst into thrilling stories of personal growth, daring adventures, and transformative experiences. Get ready to be motivated, inspired, and empowered to live your life to the fullest. So mark your calendar, set your alarm, and get ready to step out, step in with me every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss out on the adventure of a lifetime. Subscribe now, and let's step into the unknown together. This is Step Out, Step In. The journey begins here. Step Out, Step In podcast, live on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribe today. All right, again, thank you for tuning in to episode 129 live on YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube page, please don't forget to do so. And when you subscribe, don't forget to click on the notification bell so that anytime something is posted, you will be notified. All right, so let's dive into today's topic, and it's about how to keep smiling. How to keep smiling. And let me start off by asking you just a question. Have you ever noticed how a simple smile, just a simple one, can change your whole day or even someone else's? You might not have the money you're looking for or you're expecting, but your smile is a gift that costs nothing and carries power beyond words. Someone said that peace begins with a smile. And I believe that that is very true. Smiling is also very contagious. And I believe that joy, healing, and connection also do as well. I mean, when you smile. So today, as we step into this topic, we're going to be diving into how to keep smiling. How to keep smiling even when life feels heavy. You know, not every day is Christmas. Even when circumstances aren't perfect, but you can always keep that smile on your face. And I believe that because of your smile, it's not just about your face, but it's about your heart, your mindset, and your faith. Watch this space. All right, so we all know what it feels to lose your smile. And to go through seasons where everything feels so hard, so challenging, smiling feels forced. You know, but here's something powerful to remember. Your smile is not a mask, ladies and gentlemen. It is a message. It tells the world and the people around you that you choose hope, you choose joy, you choose faith over fear, over frustration, and over defeat. So let's start off by defining smile. What is a smile? If somebody should ask you what a smile is, what are you ready to tell the person? And let me help you by saying that smiling is that facial expression formed by flexing muscles near both ends of your mouth, you see. But more importantly, it is an outward reflection of inward peace and gratitude. Do you mind if I say it one more time? Smiling is the facial expression formed by flexing muscles near both ends of your mouth, but more importantly, it's an outward reflection of inward peace and gratitude. That is smiling. I know that it is also said that when you smile, you use less facial muscles than frowning. That is why when you look at people that smile, their faces look really fresh every day. So we want to get into this, and we want to learn something from it. You know, the benefits and the effects of smiling. What are some of the benefits and the effects of smiling? Let's get into this real quick. We want to look at a few benefits and the effects of smiling. And research shows that smiling releases feel-good hormones like dopamine, serotonin, like endorphins, and it's the same ones that relieve stress and boost mood. When you smile, several wonderful things happen, ladies and gentlemen, both inside of your body and around you. And here's a breakdown of some of the things that occur when you smile. Number one is your brain lights up with happiness. Your brain lights up with happiness. When you smile, your brain releases that feel good neurotransmitters, and neurotransmitters, I beg your pardon, like dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. You know, dopamine boosts your mood. Serotonin reduces stress, and endorphins act as natural painkillers. Even if the smile is fake, even when you fake it, your brain often can't really tell that this is fake. And it can tell the difference it still releases these chemicals, these neurotransmitters that helps you feel better. So keep smiling. Keep smiling and let your brain light up with happiness and joy. Number two is your stress level drops. When you smile, your stress level drops. Smiling is contagious, as I said earlier. I've never seen, or maybe there might be one or two, but it's rare. Anytime you smile to even strangers, they smile back, whether fake or not. I mean, it's still a smile. But when you smile at someone, their mirror neurons often causes them to smile back. This creates that ripple effect of positivity. It creates that ripple effect of uplifting, not just you, but those around you. And I want you to try this week as you go around. It doesn't mean that when you go around smiling to people means you're stupid. No, we are trying something. And it works. As you put your smile on your face, it makes you more attractive. It makes you more approachable. We'll get into that. You know, and when you smile, you influence others' mood. When you smile, you influence other people's mood. You know, again, smiling is contagious. Smiling is contagious. Oh, I said I think I mixed it up. Your stress level drops. Smiling lowers your heart rate and blood pressure, reducing the effect of stress on your body. It signals your nervous systems to relax, stay calm, you know, helping you shift from tension to calmness when you smile. It is not easy to do it at all times. Not, even in challenging situations, if you can happen to squeeze a smile on your face, it drops that stress level. All right. And I think I talked about you influence others' moods. I think I skip that. So let's jump over to you appear more approachable and trustworthy. When you have a smile on your face, you send a non-verbal message of warmth, openness, and friendliness to others. The study shows that people who smile are often perceived as more confident, more trustworthy, more likable, and the key traits in both personal and professional relationships. These are people that smile. So if you want to be known as somebody who's more confident, trustworthy, keep a smile on your face, likable. And number 5 is you strengthen your immune system. Smiling strengthens your immune system. Yes, smiling can literally improve your health. It can improve your health. The relaxation triggered by smiling boosts immune functions by allowing your body to produce more immune cells and antibodies, keeping you healthier. If you don't believe it, just try it. And number 6 is you create a positive cycle. When you keep smiling, when you keep a smile on your face, you create that positive cycle. Smiling leads positive emotions, and positive emotions make you want to smile more and more. This becomes the cycle of joy. This becomes the cycle of resilience, helping you cope better with challenges, ladies and gentlemen, and to stay optimistic that it is going to be well. Things are going to change. There's no permanent situation under the sun. No matter what, it will get better. As long as you don't give up, as long as you don't give up hope. And let me give you the bonus one for free. This is free. And this is the bonus one. And the bonus is it's a free and a universal gift. Smiling is free and it's a universal gift. A smile costs nothing. When you put a smile on your face, it doesn't cost you anything. And it can change someone's entire day. It crosses language barriers, ladies and gentlemen. There's no specific language attached to smiling. It crosses language barriers, it crosses cultures, it crosses generations. And wherever you go, your smile speaks the universal language of kindness. It lowers your blood pressure, it strengthens your immune system, and it helps you build better connections with others. Spiritually, let me say this: smiling is an act of gratitude to God. Smiling is an act of gratitude to God. You know, as a person of faith, every now and then I want to share scripture with you. I didn't really put it up there, but I believe in Proverbs chapter 15, it says that a happy heart, if you want the verse, is verse 13. A happy heart makes a face cheerful, but heart aches crushes the spirit. A happy heart makes a face cheerful. So when your heart is happy, when you have that joy, it from the inside, it radiates and reflects on the outside. So when your heart is filled with joy and faith, it shows on your face. It shows on, yes, it becomes evident. It becomes visible. It shows on your face. So your smile becomes a light in darkness, ladies and gentlemen, not just for you, but for everyone you meet, for the people around you, for everyone you meet, those you know, even for strangers. So let's look at how we can keep smiling when life tries to dim your light. How you and I can keep smiling. And today I want us to use the word smile as an acronym as we get into this. We're using the word smile as an acronym. So we're going to break it down from the S to the M to the I to the L and the E. And we're breaking it down to using it as an acronym. So let's kick. The S means see the good. You know, keeping your smile starts with seeing the good in yourself. You see the good in others and in every situation of yours. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this announcement and I want to let you know that there's a good in you. God created you for good works. So he saw the good in you even before he made you come into this world to begin something he had already finished. So there's a good in you. And you know, when you see the good, it also brings about gratitude, and gratitude is a lens. Gratitude is a lens. When you choose to see what is right instead of what is wrong, when you choose joy, it begins to grow again. Some people, I mean, it's something that you cannot control, but some people always see the bad out of everything. But in every situation, there's something good in there. No matter how bad or how negative it might be, there's something still good. And sometimes God adds a negative to make it impactful. You know, for a car to be able to start, there's a little component. It doesn't matter how big the engine is. There's a little component called a battery. Or where I come from, we call it a battery. If you want the other one in the Greek or the Latin, we call it a battle. All right. Now, this component has two terminals. It has the negative and the positive terminal. And for it to crank that big engine in that vehicle or that truck, those two terminals will have to come together to generate current, which cranks the engine out of the vehicle. Yes, sometimes God will allow the negative to add to the positive to make you a better person. So when you train your eyes to see the good, when you train your heart to follow, your heart follows and your smile becomes natural, not forced, not faked. it becomes the natural one. So ask yourself today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today, as we are all in this together. Ask yourself today that what is one good thing I can focus on right now? What is one good trait in me? What is one good thing about me that I can focus? You know, sometimes people will always tell you about the bad side of you, but everyone has something good on the inside of them. So today, as we journey through this, there's this few moments we have. Ask yourself that what is one good thing I can focus on right now? So the S is see the good. See the good. The M is maintain joy in the journey. Maintain joy in the journey. You know, when we are all embarking on a journey, whether we like it or not, we are all on a journey. And in your journey, on your journey, happiness is based on happenings, and it is only temporary. You only get happy for a short time. When you want something and you want it so bad, once you get it, you're only happy for that short moment. After a while, you don't even care about that thing anymore. Look at kids, when you give them toys, they get so happy, so excited. After a while, they don't even care about those toys anymore. So happiness is based on happenings, and it's only temporary. But joy is not based on happiness. Joy is based on perspective, ladies and gentlemen. It is based on perspective. You know, in the book of Psalm 16, it talks about, you make known to me the path of life. In your presence, there is fullness of joy. In the presence of God, there is fullness of joy. So keeping your smile means choosing to stay joyful. Not happy, keeping to stay joyful. Even when the road is rough, when things are tough, when you're going through those challenging moments, when you're going through your storms of life. And don't wait for everything to be perfect, ladies and gentlemen, for you to be joyful. Smile while it's still messy and scary. This reminds me of a story. It happened in 1994 during the presidential elections, or the election campaign in South Africa. Nelson Mandela was on a flight to KwaZulu-Natal, and 20 minutes before they landed, the pilot announced that they had lost one engine. Of course, he was sitting by the window, so he turned around and he saw that the engine had stopped. So coming in to land with one engine, that was an emergency landing. They called, and all the people on board the flight started panicking, because sometimes with even those two engines, you see how the landing gets. But this time they're coming in with one. They were panicking. All the people that were traveling with him, his entourage, they all started panicking. And they turned to Nelson Mandela, and all they saw was he had picked up a newspaper, and he was reading it with a smile on his face. In this situation, this critical situation, all they saw was he was sitting down calmly, cool, collected, with a newspaper right in front of him, with a smile on his face on top. And that actually calmed everybody down. Now, when the pilot managed to land the plane, and when they got out and they were leaving, one of his biographers whom he was traveling with, asked him that, so what happened? How come you weren't afraid? He said, you have no idea. I was more terrified than all of you, but as a leader, I had to let the situation look calm and collected. So that is why I remained calm. But deep down inside me, I was more terrified than every one of you on board a flight. But because being a leader, you were looking up to me, I had to put out that composure for you to remain calm. And in fact, it's been used for leadership trainings where they use it to reassure the presence, to maintain your calmness and reassuring presence in public when inwardly you're experiencing fear. So joy gives you strength. Joy gives you strength. The scripture tells us about the joy of the Lord is my strength. So when you smile, even through challenges, even through trials, even through tribulations, you're actually drawing from a divine strength. And the eye is inspire others through your light. Your smile is an influence, ladies and gentlemen. It inspires others to hope again. You know, Jesus said in Matthew 5, and in fact, that is our theme scripture for this year. And in the verse 16, he tells the disciples as well as us that let your light so shine before men, that they may see the good works and glorify your Father in heaven. It says, let your light. So it tells me that there's a light of God in you and I. And one of the ways by which people can see the light of God is to allow them to see the good works in you. And as they see the good works in you, they can give glory to our Father in heaven. So when you keep smiling, even when you don't feel like, it, you remind others that God is still good and that faith still works. God is still good and that faith still works. Your smile could be first a sermon someone can ever see. I always say this, that people observe more than sometimes we know. People watch, people observe. And your smile can change the life of somebody. It can be the first sermon of somebody's day. You know, when you're going through those moments in the day. You never know who's watching and who is finding hope through your quiet strength. That smile. That smile. And the letter L means let go and let God. You know, sometimes as human as we are, we want to hold on certain things and we want to deal with it even though we don't have the strength and the capacity to do that. But instead of letting go and letting God, we still hold on to it. Sometimes you lose your smile because you're carrying too much. You're carrying so much. Too many worries, too many responsibilities, too many what ifs. What ifs? We all have those questions that we ask. What if? But Jesus said one thing, that come to me, all you who are weary, tired, and burdened. It says, and I will give you rest. It says, I will give you rest. When you learn to let go, ladies and gentlemen, and when you learn to let God handle the situations when you can, you release control and make space for peace. I tell people that stress is a choice. Because why do you have to stress over something you don't have absolute control over? Why do you have to worry when you know there's nothing you can do about this situation? Go to sleep, get some sleep. You start to smile again, and not because life is easy, ladies and gentlemen, but because You are no longer carrying it alone. You know that you have someone who is taking over your burdens. They say, bring all your burdens, your troubles, your worries. It's not like that song that tells you that, lay your troubles on my shoulders and put your worries in my pocket. If you put the worries in his pocket, he can always take it out and give it back to you. But God is saying that bring it and I'll take it. I'm not going to hand it over to you because I know what you're capable of handling. I'll give you the grace to take you through it, not let you stay in it. Holding on tight steals your peace, steals your joy. Letting go restores your peace, it restores your joy. And finally, the letter E. I say we're using SMILE as an acronym for tonight's episode, 129. And finally, the letter E means encourage yourself daily. Oh, I love this one. I can stay here throughout. But you know, we are working with time, so we have to let you go. Encourage yourself daily. There will be days, ladies and gentlemen, when no one is around you to lift you up, to pat you on the back, to encourage you. And when you have to, and that is when you have to come in to encourage yourself. You become your own cheerleader. You become your own cheerleader. And I want to encourage you that learn to find yourself in that place. Learn to be your own cheerleader. Learn to encourage yourself and, tell yourself that you can do it, you can go further when it is so hard, it is so challenging, and tell yourself that, hey, the next step will make things better. Encourage yourself. When we look at 1 Samuel chapter 30, David and his men were rejected from fighting with the Philistines, and when they got back to Ziklag, everything of theirs had been stolen by the Amalekites. The Amalekites are coming to take their wives, their children, their cattle, their sheep, their goats. Stole everything, burnt down their tents. And it wasn't a pleasant situation. Number one, they had been rejected. Number two, they get back and they've lost everything. And he was with these men that were rejects as well. He was the head of them. He was leading a company of rejects. And when they got back, to the point they wanted to stone him, they all wept, they cried. We're going to help these Philistines fight for a cause. They rejected us. We come back. We don't have anything. We've lost everything. They wept till they had no more strength to weep. At a point, they even wanted to stone David. But the Bible says that he encouraged himself in the Lord. He was a leader who started the movement to encourage himself in the Lord, because just imagine the people you are with they're all against you now. So are you expecting an encouragement from one of the crew members or one of the people that are also weeping because they've also lost everything, to come in and say, oh, David, it's okay, just relax? No. But he had to do something different from all the other people. He encouraged himself. He became his own cheerleader. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the place and position in our lives that we will learn to speak life over ourselves in those challenging moments. You and I will have to remind our souls, remind your soul of God's promises. Look in the mirror and say to yourself that I am loved. Look in the mirror and say to yourself that I am chosen. I am fearful. I am wonderfully made. I am capable. I am worthy. I am strong. And I want to encourage you, have all these I am statements, put them down somewhere. When you confess them, it is not making you arrogant, but you are telling God and you're evoking God into your situation that I am this, I am loved, I am chosen, I am capable, I can do this. And you know one thing? Encouragement fuels endurance, and endurance keeps a smile on your face, and it keeps that smile alive, ladies and gentlemen. It keeps the smile alive. Watch this space. All right, again, thank you for tuning in to episode 129 live on YouTube and Facebook. And if you happen to watch the replay, please let us know where you're watching from. Comment, nice comments. If you have a question, please put it in the comment section. We'll make sure we go back and try to answer the questions for you, and let us know how this is helping you along the way and helping others as well. All right, so let's do a quick recap. Let's do a quick recap. And okay, so let's see here. Okay, so we want to do a quick recap. We said number one, the SMILE. We use SMILE as an acronym, and we said the S is see the good. There's a good in you. That is one area you can also use as being your own cheerleader. Tell yourself there is good in me. The M means maintain joy in the journey. The joy of the Lord, remember that, is your strength and will always be your strength. Inspire others through your light. The light of God is in you. Let others see the good works so they can glorify your Father in heaven. The letter L means go, let go, and let God. Don't hold on to things that you cannot handle. Leave it in the hands and at the feet of Christ. And the letter E means encourage yourself daily. Not weekly, every day. Wake up in the morning encouraging yourself. You know, sometimes you go to sleep and you sleep on the wrong side of the bed. And we often say this, that, oh, I'm having a bad day. The day, it's not bad. But you are having a bad moment in the day that the Lord has made a good day. The scriptures, the psalmist tells us that this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. The fact that things are not going in the direction that you want, it doesn't mean that the day itself is bad. No, you might be having a bad day in a good day. And when you live this way, your smile becomes more than an expression, ladies and gentlemen, and it becomes your signature of faith. It becomes your signature of faith. All right. Okay. Oh, thank you, Auntie Enyanam says I'm watching from New Jersey. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and all others who are watching that I can see you here. I keep saying that I'm working on it. Yes, it's still work in progress. Okay, and you know, until you comment, sometimes I don't really see, but we're getting there. I believe we get it there. I know there are a lot more people who are watching that I cannot see it. Thank you so much for being on here. This means so much to us. All right, so let's wrap up for tonight. Let's do a quick wrap up. Ladies and gentlemen, keeping your smile doesn't mean pretending everything is okay. You're not pretending that everything is perfect or everything is well. It means you trust that even in your imperfections, God is working all things together for your good. So smile not just because life is easy. You smile because your spirit is strong. Smile because you've seen the goodness of the Lord. Smile because you are still standing. You are still here. And let's do this. This week, I want to give you another challenge. I want to give you another challenge this week. As you journey through this week, I want you to make it your goal to share your smile intentionally. Let's go out there and let's try. Just share it intentionally. Smile at the cashier in the grocery store, in the marketplace. Uh, your co-workers, your neighbors, your friends, your family, even yourself. Smile to yourself in the mirror. Stand in the mirror and just smile to yourself. And I believe that every time you do this, you can also whisper a prayer and say, Lord, thank you for the joy you've placed in my heart. Help me to reflect your light wherever I go. Just a simple prayer. And remember, a smile may fade from your face. A smile may fade from your face, but joy anchored in God never fades from your heart. Do you give me the permission to say that one more time? I say, remember, a smile may fade from your face, but joy anchored in God never fades from your heart. So, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, same day, I believe, God willing. God willing, next week we'll be talking about something in line with gratitude or Thanksgiving, since we'll be in that Thanksgiving week. So let's get prepared. Let's come on and let's share this together. And if this has helped you in a way, I want you to share with at least one person. And also, let me know. Put in the comments on there. I always say nice comments, not, anything that you feel would help make this podcast a better one. Let me know. And again, until same time next week, keep stepping out of your fears and step into your faith. Keep shining, keep smiling. And this is Step Out, Step In podcast. And again, I am your host, David Joe, reminding you your smile is your strength. Use it well. I love you. There's nothing you can do. Have a wonderful, amazing, fruitful, productive week. And we'll meet again. Goodbye.
Step out, step into the world unknown. Leave your fears behind, watch how you've grown. Challenge yourself, break free and begin to find the purpose within. Step out, step in, out of your comfort zone. Step into the light where your potential shines.